Governor Ned Lamont is throwing his weight behind a multi-million-dollar increase in state funding for special education. State aid to local school districts has been a key sticking point in ongoing discussions over the future of the state budget. News 8 political reporter Mike Cerulli has more.
And this for the kids, and each and every one of these kids, we want you to know that we love you, and that's why we're making this commitment, and that's why it's here on both sides of the aisle.
It was all smiles and bipartisan agreement at a Monday morning press conference announcing a plan to boost state aid for local special education programs by more than $50 million over the next 2 years. Hartford's Democratic mayor outlined the challenge facing cities and towns across the state.
Almost a third of our total education dollars are going to special ed now.
Bristol's Republican mayor concurred.
This is a problem that hasn't gone away, and I'm very proud that we have a nonpartisan group coming together to prioritize this.
92,000 Connecticut students currently receive special education services. The proposed funding increase targets the costs associated with helping around 4,000 of those students who require the most attention. Many of them currently need to travel to other towns for school. Policymakers want to empower schools to keep those students closer to home.
Creating these programs in district can save tens of thousands of dollars per student who would otherwise be outplaced. In-district programs also save districts great transportation expenses and prevent students from experiencing what are oftentimes very long drives to and from school.
For all the bipartisan agreement on Lamont's proposal, local school districts and the governor both concede $50 million doesn't address all the need.
I've been doing this job for 6 years. I've never had anybody tell me, yes, that's enough.
I think any investment compared to what we've received is a step in the right direction. Would we want full funding? Absolutely. And I think that's something we'll continue to advocate for.
But every additional dollar in this year's state budget is going to face scrutiny. Lawmakers are operating under strict legal budget caps, and there is no clear consensus on loosening those caps to allow more spending. The result? Even ideas that have bipartisan support are left fighting it out for funding.
I mean, we see it. Everybody comes and wants money. And so how are we going to make do with what we have?
And that concept of making do with what we have is expected to be a focus of the governor's upcoming budget proposal. We expect him to make a major address on that proposal this Wednesday. We will, of course, bring you live coverage on air and online. Reporting at the state capitol, I'm Mike Cerulli, News 8.